Well, I hope you've enjoyed some of those techniques we've gone over today. Hopefully learning them in themselves will help you to knock off a couple of strokes. But at this handicap level, it's also very important to assess your game to see what areas need working on. I know in my game, assessing it was very important, and I always found that it was never that 3-iron that I didn't hit close enough from 200 yards. It was more that bogey with a pitching wedge from the middle of the fairway that got me. So I want to sort of let you in on the way that I assessed my game, and hopefully it'll help you with yours. And that was that I was always working on the bread and butter shots, the shots that I felt that I should be able to handle easily. And those were 7-iron or less. I never wanted to make bogey with a 7-iron or less to the green if I had any kind of a shot. I didn't count the ones where I had driven it behind a tree, but if I was in the light rough or in the fairway and I made bogey with 7-iron or less, I considered that a shot lost. If I made double bogey or triple bogey in that situation, then I would just count those as shots lost also. I bumped that up to 6-iron or less if it was a par 3 where I was able to put the ball on a tee. The other situation is making a bogey on a par 5 when I was going for it in 2. That's right, it seems like, wow, wouldn't my standards be a little higher than that? But it was amazing, these little bread and butter shots, how important they were. So a bogey on a par 5 when I was going for it in 2 was also a shot lost. The last one is 3-putting ever. That's right, even if you're 100 feet over 7 elephants, I want you to be able to get down in 2 putts. So as again, you've noticed, I haven't talked about making more 10-footers or making more birdies or anything like that. And especially at this handicap level, this is very important to understand that you don't need to make birdie on so many holes. You need to do the bread and butter things well. Now, I also want to add something to it in terms of assessing your game, and that is your tee shots. I want you to look at your driving, not so much as to whether you're in the fairway or not, but whether you've lost a shot because of your driver. Sometimes you might drive it in the rough, and you're absolutely fine, no problem. Other times, driving into the rough takes you into the trees or into a hazard where you lose strokes. So keep an eye on your driver in terms of whether it's hurting your score or not. Now, the final one, which is really a good one, is to go ahead and have a round with your pro. And you're going to ask them specifically, you know, this isn't really a playing lesson. I want you to just play golf with me, and let's talk about my game afterwards, and you tell me what you think that I do well, and what do I need work on. So assessing that game to be able to pinpoint your practice is going to be really important in terms of getting to the next level. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I've really enjoyed working with you, and I hope you've learned some good stuff about how to get to the next level. Remember, it's going to get a little bit harder as you go along, as your handicap gets lower and lower. But if you stay diligent, you keep focused on the things that really need attention, you'll find yourself knocking those strokes off your handicap in no time. Make sure to visit the website at golflevels.com. I'm Roger Gunn, and I'll look forward to seeing you at the next level.